After a great week trailing through the Catlins, this newly engaged couple were excited about continuing their adventure. Unfortunately, it was brought to a sudden halt before the week was up. So basically right now there's the Delta variant going around the world of COVID, and it's just broken into New Zealand. We were on kind of high alert, knowing that at some point it probably would have ended up in the community, and there's just been a case around Auckland, and I'm not sure if you've been watching much of how New Zealand take on COVID, but pretty much we just lock down, stop it spreading, and then hopefully we're okay in a couple of days or a couple of weeks. So with this case gone live, Jacinda Ardern, Prime Minister, has just said that we're going into a full New Zealand level 4 lockdown, which means level 4 is basically you stay at home, you don't do anything, you go out to get groceries, and if you're an essential worker, like a hospital worker, whatever, if you're an essential worker, you go to work, otherwise you work from home, everyone stays home, which is usually fine, except we don't have a stable home. And apparently all the motorhome sites are closing down, or the dock sites I think are going to be closing down, and so we're very far away from either our parents' homes, so we're a little bit unsure of what we're meant to be doing, or where we should go. I think level 4 goes live at midnight, so we don't have any chance of even driving anywhere. So we're gonna stay here for the night, there's nowhere to go anyway, and then tomorrow we're just gonna see if someone comes and kicks us out, really. Auckland's locking down for at least 7 days, rest of New Zealand for 3 days at least, so if it's only 3 days we'll be fine, I think. If it's more and we get kicked out, then we're going to be in a bit of a pickle. Yeah. So luckily we've got a little bit of internet, just so we can keep in touch with the news. Surely if it really breaks out, it will get extended. I don't know. We're just going to have to keep Googling and checking in with families and researching where a motorhome's meant to go when you can't even park at public parking. So fun times. Guess we're not going anywhere tonight.
No, I don't think we could even make it home properly in 48 hours. So we're part of the NZMCA motorhome club, blah blah blah, in New Zealand, and they have their sites around the country, and level 4 they're going to close all of their sites. Now they also have these things called POPs, which is like park over property, which the club don't technically own all the time. They might either have land gifted to them or someone else, like a private entity, gives it to the club to use. So we're not quite sure if we were parked, we would get asked to be moved on. So we're kind of just playing dumb, essentially. We think we're probably fine here. In terms of 3 days, we're fine in terms of water and all that. It's just whether or not we get asked to move on. If we get asked to move on, then we will move on. Somewhere.
And we'll figure that out. If you're wondering where we are, let me help you out. After leaving the Catlins, we quickly made our way through Dunedin, Oamaru and Timaru, with our sights on Mount Cook. We didn't quite make it all the way, as we were grounded just outside the small mountain town of Twizel, as Dylan was keen to catch a salmon. Good morning, guys. So, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's our heater just on full blast, because it is freezing up in the mountains where we are. I decided Heck, while we're here, might as well wake up early and go for a fish. And he caught one.
That was fun. It's actually spinning. I was spinning on a warehouse rod, a little warehouse lure, and when it like hits, it's so fun. I caught a salmon. It's because it doesn't have that ugly mouth. It looks like a kahawai almost.
Yeah!
At its legal limit.
You've almost caught it too early. Because we don't need multiple salmons.
Caught a salmon. Manifested it.
Day 1 of lockdown was off to a great start. You can't really complain when you're stuck with delicious, freshly caught sashimi. Good.
Tastes like salmon. With
no more excitement, our days seemed to go swiftly enough. We had saved half the salmon for dinner and decided to bake it in the oven with some sweet chilli and herbs. So at least we had that to look forward to. So far no one's kicked us out yet. Touch wood, that keeps up. It's a bloody nice day, so been enjoying it. Oh, a little bit of sauce on the rice.
Chop a little bones though.
Like that. Hi guys! I thought I would give you an update while Dylan's in the local Foursquare, which is our biggest supermarket, and it's not very big at all. I've chosen to stay in the bus because I think they have a one-person policy during lockdown 4, so I've just given him the list and hoped he reads it. Yeah, so I think I last updated you on day 1 lockdown. We're on day 6 now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're on day 6 now. Haven't really been filming because we haven't really been up to much. We've Dylan's done a bit of fishing. It's supposed to be level 4 until Friday unless cases surge or if it breaks into the South Island. Right now the Delta variant is in Auckland and the Coromandel and Wellington. I thought I would tell you, so we're in Twizel at the moment. We're in high salmon country, also known as the Mackenzie region. Funnily enough, we are stuck pretty much just up the road from where we had our very first night in Bobby when we first picked her up from Queenstown. Obviously back then we were sleeping on a mattress and using the wheel arch as a table and freezing our butts off because we had no curtains. And now here we are stuck with a fully done up bus, appreciating the fact that we've come pretty far in 2 and a bit years. So that's kind of funny. Anyway, this is the most exciting part of our week, going food shopping. We get to drive the bus, we get to sort of stretch our legs. Obviously new food is just really exciting. Yeah, all good. Another 6 days passed and the bus was beginning to feel a little more cramped each day. Luckily we had the canal to fish and sunshine to power our coffee machine. Oh! The only times we were allowed to move the bus were dispose rubbish, food shop and drain our grey tank, enjoying the scenery every time. Alright, so we are day, maybe 12 now of level 4? Yeah. And we are busy doing the laundry, which for us is a bit awkward because we don't have a washing machine. Here's Dylan beating our undies.
Beating those undies up.
Socks. And maybe we'll wash a towel if we get jazzy enough.
Oh, let's not put the pepper into the sink.
I think it's safe to say that cabin fever is setting in strong here in House Bobby. Is it a fish or is it a snag? Oh my gosh. Wait, I gotta find some shoes. Did you actually keep one? Oh my gosh! Oh, look how good Bobby looks right now. Okay, focus. That must be a trout, right?
I feel like we'll put them back.
Oh, that's a big fish, Dylan.
I know. Record breaker.
Oh my gosh!
Gonna come hold this.
Holy fuck, it's a big fish. It's the first day of level 4 and the last day of level 4. You caught a fish.
I might need like pliers.
Pliers. Oh, right.
Everybody.
Really different.
I'm still a bit shocked I caught another fish. I don't have like, I wouldn't say I have a good setup or even like a proper setup. We've got like a reef warehouse fishing rod and really thick line and a really thick lure, but the water is probably just moving just right, like just enough speed.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny as well because I kind of thought I cast it over there and it swung quite fast, and usually with the heavy weight I'm using it hasn't been swinging that fast.
Right.
So then I was like, oh, if it's doing that, I'll cast it downstream and try and jig it upstream because hopefully that floats it.
Yeah. Also though, like big lure, big fish.
Yeah, big lure, big fish. And it was like on a couple of the jinks, it just
Yeah.
took it straight away.
Well, that was exciting. Gotta go back home now.
This is why we didn't want to keep the trout. Because we got a pork. Bloody house, big pork.
With the move to level 3, there was a bit more freedom in our day. We still couldn't relocate the bus as campsites and the like were still closed, but we could go into a few more shops and we could drop off our posts and most importantly order takeaways.
Alright.
Level 3 and we've got curry!
They do it big down south.
This is so exciting. Bowl? Pipe. We stayed in Twizel for another week before the South Island moved into a level 2 zone, meaning that with a few restrictions we could freely move the bus and get to travelling again.
Huh?